Oh, well, we are live. Just when I'm reaching up to, there we go. There we go. Oh, hey, Susan, you can see my rug. See my rug in the back?
Yes, I do.
I turned them just like you told me to.
Oh,
Yep,
nice.
yep. I turned them. I put them together. I took out that other one. Okay, let's see. Yes, I am live. We are live. Yay. Let me open it all the way up. Open. I got to turn it. Open. I have closed captioning on. Okay. I don't know how that happened. Okay. So, all right. We look like we're good. All right. Hi, everybody in Facebook land. Well, I don't have any viewers. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen because I logged out. Okay, Susan, talk while I do this. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. I can hear my voice through your. Oh, no, now I can't.
Keep talking, dear.
Keep talking.
Keep talking. Have something to say. Remember, I asked you to have an opinion?
Oh,
Okay. All right. Well, I'm back. And yes, believe it or not, I asked another woman to have an opinion. Yes, because that's important when you're streaming and you need to talk.
yes.
I do not have a gift of gab. I just cannot talk, and out of the blue. Some people can. I know a lot of preachers can. And I'm checking my phone over here. Yeah, we look good. Okay, we're looking good on Facebook. We're looking good everywhere. Okay. All right. So we are having, I told Susan, let's talk about China a little bit. And like I asked her, she hasn't heard anything about China. And I'm like, as you know, it's come across my YouTube feed about China. And I'm like, maybe we should talk about this. Um, So, oh, and I'm letting everybody, do you know if you have Windows 11 on your computer, anybody, that you have something called Copilot on the bottom? And I think it's Microsoft. It's a Microsoft program. It popped up here when during an update for us, for me. And I didn't know for months what it was, didn't pay any attention to it. And whenever I needed to use Chat GPT for anything, I would go to the website and do the browser thing and all of that stuff. And come to find out, it was already installed on my computer. That's what Copilot is. I actually went into it one day and says, "Okay, what are you?" And it told me what it was. I can actually sit here and have a conversation with this thing. It's AI. It's just writing. So, um, it's also a new search engine. If you ever go to Google now, and that first bunch of text you get, remember you used to do a search engine, and then what would come up would be headlines of articles, and then you would click through, and it would take you to the article. Okay, well, now you type in your question to Google, and that first block of text that you get is Google's AI answering your question. And I'm like, oh, okay. So nowadays, all search engines, except maybe YouTube, is using AI to answer the questions if they can find it. Um, and in Copilot here, which let me go over here and scroll. I think it gives me, yeah, if you can see right down here, it's answered my question. I've asked it a question. I asked it a question about China. And then it's given me the websites that it's pulled this information from. It's News Northeastern EDU and then usatoday.com. So and I'm given the option Nope, I'm not given the option. I can't click on those links. But so yeah. So here's my search for today. Here's my search. Susan lives her life on her phone. Susan does not have a PC. Susan does not have Windows 11. What do you? I think you're operating on your phone. What is it? Safari?
Yeah.
You have an iPhone. I do not have Apple anything. So, but we can blame that. I used to live with a web developer. So, and he had an opinion about Apple, and let's just put it that way. So he's kind of influenced me. I don't have Apple anything. So, okay. So Susan lives her life on her phone, which I know a lot of people do. A lot of people. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how you out there do it. I don't know how you can live your life without a desktop computer. I don't know. I just don't know how you do it. So, do you have secrets, Susan? Tell them how you live without a desktop computer.
Oh, easy.
It's a lot cheaper. I know. They're not cheap, although they are getting cheaper.
Yeah.
They are getting cheaper.
Well, for now, till the tariffs come in.
For now. And that is our number one. Hey, Susan had an opinion. Thank you. Thank you. Yay. So I go in to my chat GT, my search engine, and I've been hearing on YouTube everybody talking about China and the tariffs and how that the tariffs are not only going to make prices higher for us, but they're like shutting down the supply chains. And I remember during COVID, who remembers COVID? You know, so during COVID, we had supply chains issues. I remember I was selling Pampered Chef at the time, and I was running parties, and it was taking a month. It was taking forever to get the supplies in because parts of Pampered Chef's manufacturing came from China, and COVID just disrupted everything. Well, now we're hearing about ships offshore, about supplies not coming in, and Walmart ran a article that said in 2 weeks you're going to have empty shelves in the stores. So I'm like, okay, well, I have a vague memory of my dog food coming from China. And I actually asked my chat GTP anyway, okay. So here what I have up on the screen is what I asked my search engine. And I says, so what did I say? My question was, give me a list of things made in China that are affected by the tariffs. And it comes back with the tariffs imposed on Chinese goods have affected a wide range of products. Here's a list of categories that were impacted. And the first one right off the bat was electronics, smartphones, laptops, gaming consoles, TVs, and other tech components. Okay, so we're like, all right. So not only are the prices going higher, which is what we were talking about, if you wanted a new computer, get it now. I actually found a deal on a Chromebook, something I could sit in my recliner in my computer and do my thing. And it was a good deal, and I knew it wasn't going to last forever. So I got Luke and I got me one. So now I'm thinking electronics. I'm like, okay, well, we'll still have electricity. We're still going to have running water. But you know what? During a windstorm, we lost internet for a little while. And I was talking to customer service on the phone, called them up, complained, hey, where's my internet and everything. So they came back with, well, they have to go buy a part to fix it. And she gave me the estimated hours of when it might be fixed. Well, then I got to thinking, well, what if something breaks down and they need a part? Where do you think that part's going to come from? Well, may or may not come from. It's going to come from China. So there's your internet affected. And what if your car breaks down? Silence. Do you have any examples, Susan? Do you have any thoughts?
I have, I know the Nintendo Wii, or not Nintendo Wii, that's old. Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out, and it's a gaming console, and they actually postponed it to increase the price. I think it was like $3.99, and now it's going to be $6.99. But it's been postponed for the tariffs because all the gaming console comes from China.
All right, so it went from $3.99 to
$6.99.
$6. That's almost double.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. Okay. So that's doubling the price. I'm concerned about whether store shelves will be empty. Okay, you need to go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. I'm talking. Therefore, the dogs must be, are all upset. Okay. Well, here's something else that affects us too, and that's apparel, clothing, footwear, and accessories. I used to work for Chico's down in, well, when I lived in Florida. I worked at Chico's. Everything everything from Chico's was made in China. I used to listen to this was management. This wasn't my level. But management was constantly talking about travel to China. They were all, and this was maybe 10 years ago. This was 10 years ago, and everything in Chico's was being manufactured. That means all our clothing. And you know what else is being made in China right now? Because I asked GPT this, because here's the dog food. Your dog food is affected by tariffs. A little bit longer here. What about Dollar Tree? And then what about yarn? Yarn is affected by tariffs. Many types of yarn, including polyester, industrial yarn, anything textile. I remember, I don't know if you remember, but when we did that video with that first Centro thing where we did nothing but crank the Centro knitting machines and everything, and I'm like, when China goes down, and that was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was wondering about China. But not only is the price of yarn going to go up, but I wonder if they're even going to continue to manufacture it. Because acrylic yarn is made in China. Now, a lot of folks, I'm thinking a lot of yarn comes from Turkey as well. Turkey and India and whatnot. And hopefully they can ramp up and everything. But it got to the point when I was in my 20s, and we're not going to say when that was.
Yeah.
I was in my 20s. it was still cheaper to make clothes than to buy them. And then fast forward, and it's gotten to where you could find clothing in stores, the big box stores, Walmart, Target, whatever. And they, it got to where it was cheaper to buy clothes than to make them. And, go to Joann's, that is no more. Go to Joann's or wherever, buy fabric, thread, notions, whatever. And you used to be able to make clothes cheaper. Now, then it became to where you could buy clothes cheaper than you could make them by the time you bought everything. Now I'm wondering, clothing and footwear is going to go away from China. Because there's another thing China has a problem with, and that's depopulation. They don't have the numbers they do not have billions and billions of people like the official numbers. And there's whole videos out there about how the population of China is going down. So not only are they dealing with the tariffs, but they don't have the people to work the factories like they used to. They just plain don't have enough people. And there is all kinds of social media videos out there of people showing empty streets in Shanghai and in Beijing and in all those places. So factories are shutting down because of depopulation. I think they took a really hard hit with COVID. First, they had that one child policy, and then with COVID, they lost a lot of people, and they're not admitting to it. So that's a video for another time. So we're talking about clothing and footwear. You know what that's going to do? Number one, handmade products are going to go up. So buy the yarn while you can. Buy it now because it's going to go higher in price if you can get it at all. The other thing that I think this is going to affect is resale. Remember how we got into Poshmark, Susan?
Yeah.
And everybody was reselling their clothes?
Yeah.
I think that's going to go up now, too. I think if we're going to, if you have a stash of clothes somewhere or something, you can go onto these online sites because right now, Poshmark, they're reselling used clothing and right now the market is for designer goods. People think they can buy this used designer label clothing, and that's all the rage right now on Poshmark and eBay and whatever. But I think that's going to be a mainstay because if you cannot get clothes at Walmart or Target or Ross or wherever you go to get your clothes at, you're going to start buying used. What do you think, Susan?
Absolutely. The prices are going to be so high on the new things that used is going to go up as well.
Yeah, I think that there's an opportunity for used clothes, used footwear, and then the handmade stuff. So yeah, everybody here knows I'm into beanies and making hats and everything. I've been blessed. I've bought yarn. I've been buying yarn. I bought yarn today at Walmart it's a big old cake. It's a big old cake of yarn. It was $10. I can only imagine it doubling in price and everything. So if you can, I can't buy a lot right now. Neither can Susan. But if you can, get to your thrift stores, get to your wherever you can and buy yarn now. Hit your sales. Abby, stop it. Okay. So yeah, buy what you can now. Okay, and then toys is an issue. Luke's come downstairs, so everybody's going to go crazy. They have to bark, make the announcement that Luke is downstairs. Then there's furniture, chairs, tables, lamps, and other home furnishing. That's all made in China. And there again is the resale market. Of course, I've been buying my furniture used for a long, long time. It's been many, many years since I bought anything new. So, but there again, if you're into the resale, if you have the capacity, the room or the space, now, a lot more people are going to be doing used furnitures. And then you got household goods, plastic containers, kitchenware, and cleaning supplies. Yeah. How is Dollar Tree going to do it? I mean, I've lived in Dollar Tree for I don't know how long now, and almost every cleaning supply I have has come from Dollar Tree. And in fact, I asked GPT, I said, here goes. What about Dollar Tree stores? And Dollar Tree stores are significantly going to be affected by tariffs as many of their products are sourced from China. And then it names seasonal decoration, household goods, cleaning supplies, toys, and craft supplies. Now I went and bought toilet paper today. I didn't need it yet. And I did Google. I says, where do we get our toilet paper from? Well, we get our toilet paper from America. China is not our supplier of toilet paper. However, everybody panic buys. And what's the first thing they buy? Toilet paper. So I went ahead and I grabbed some. And while I'm at now, my Walmart here in this small town in Nebraska still has stock shelves. However, I went up and I was talking to this old guy who was working the cashier. And I says, making small talk. I says, so, you still have stuff on the shelves. Have you been busy today? And he's like, yeah, and I said, well, at least you still have stock shelves. And he says, and we're going to have stock shelves because we're not, and I mentioned China. And he goes, we're going to find other places to buy things. We're going to buy, rah, 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 rah. I'm like, okay, okay, all right. Well, I hope so. I hope you're right. I hope that our life will not be affected at all by this China thing. Of course, then I'm reminded of COVID, and I had friends who did not believe COVID existed. So, I mean, I personally tested positive for COVID once, and they didn't like hearing that. So people have a perspective of life, and particularly here in small town America, I'm not surprised that it's denial, denial, denial. Nothing will ever change. This is the way it is. They're lying to you, blah, blah, blah. So that was my reaction from this cashier who just thought it was silly that I could even suggest that we would be running out of things to purchase because of everything that's going on. So, what do you think, Sue?
Well, I think it's going to be go back to economics. One, you buy when it's low, sell when it's high, right? So, talking about you're going to the thrift stores and buying while it's low, but also when the prices go so high, we may not be afforded. They may be on the shelf, but we might not be able to afford them. So if you have so much, they have them on the shelf, but they're not moving because the price is going to be high. So
Right. Now they're saying that manufacturing is going to come back to the US and then everybody will have jobs and everybody will be happy and everybody will have money.
But that's going to take time.
That's going to take time. Exactly. And Apple made a statement. And their statement, their article somewhere, I don't have it, says that they are moving their manufacturing from China to India. They're not coming back to the States. They're taking their manufacturing to India. And they said, they estimated that if they brought all their manufacturing to the United States, their Apple phone, their new one, would cost $3,000.
Wow.
So in order to keep it, and they said how much is a new Apple phone now, an iPhone?
1,800, I think.
Okay, they said moving it to India will keep the price of the iPhone to like $2,000.
Yeah.
Whereas if they had moved it to the United States, it would be $3,000. So they made that decision to go to India for their manufacturing. So now I don't know what to do about pet food. Poor Abby and Bandit might get a little skinnier if they eat nothing but table scraps. So we will see. Or I might just be not. Right now, their dry dog food sits out all the time. I may have to, ration it out and only feed them in the mornings and whatnot. Um, Unfortunately, I don't know. What about birdseed? Do you want me to ask Chat GPT about the birdseed?
Sure.
Okay, let me see what it says here. Let me scroll down so you can see it. Okay. Oh, yeah, you can see it. Okay. Yes, birdseed is affected by tariffs on Chinese goods. Many birdseed products rely on ingredients like sunflower seeds, corn, grains, which are subject to increased costs due to tariffs. This can lead to higher prices for birdseed and related products, impacting bird enthusiasts and the availability of affordable options for feeding wild birds. Oh, joy. How about cat food? Susan has birds and cats, by the way, which is why I'm offering to do this. All right. Many cat food products and ingredients, such as vitamins, animal proteins, are imported from China and face increased costs due to tariffs. This can lead to higher prices for cat food and related products, impacting pet owners and the availability of affordable options. Well, praise the Lord. All right. Optical and photographic equipment. So, yeah, I'm not buying any new equipment for my photography anytime soon. Plastics, everything we have is plastics. Items made from plastic materials. Oh my God. What is it made of plastic? My monitor, my microphone, my speakers, they're all made of plastic. My goodness. The phones we're talking on, the phones that you're watching, this live is made of plastic. Why did we get in this particular spot? Vehicles, parts and accessories for automobiles. Well, I'm not buying a car anytime soon, and I'm praying over my car that it doesn't break down. Okay, you know what else? You know what else comes from China? Yep. Our medicine, the pills that we take, and over the counter medications lead to higher prices and supply chain disruptions. Additionally, medical devices like syringes, respirators, and gloves are subject to tariffs. Okay. Okay. Well, hospitals are going to be in a world of hurt. Everything there is plastic. We don't do any steel manufacturing. Let me go back. Where did I see it? Electronics, automotive, household. Where did I see steel? All right. Did I spell that right? No. Yes. Products. Prod cuts. Okay. There we go. Well, I was thinking, well, we can make factories quickly and then we could just throw up some like manufactured walls like those. And I'm like, well, well, that, or am I thinking aluminum? So we can't throw up those trailers, throw up a trailer and throw up a factory really quick. Well, maybe not. Am I thinking of aluminum? Are those buildings made out of aluminum? Those manufactured homes? Are those aluminum or steel?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna have to feed Brandon here in a little bit.
Oh, you got to go. Well, we're at 30 minutes. We're at 30 minutes. So um, we can end the live stream.
But it is going to be significant, and like you said, I think we should buy while it's low and pray for the future.
Right. We depend on God and we trust in God. And and we take it day by day. We live day by day. So, we can't worry about the future unless you want to pick up an extra thing of toilet paper or pick up an extra thing of yarn or and kind of maybe just get prepared in your mind to start making things again because you might have to do that.
Yep.
Yep. So, okay, Susan's has got to go, and it's been a half hour. So it was good talking to you all, and I will download this and put it up on YouTube. We've only been on StreamYard. I can only put it onto Facebook. So, okay, everybody, thanks a lot. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye bye.